All right, so we're gonna keep on flowing through here. So in this video, we're gonna go over, again, introductory way that you can think about and begin speaking about ways in which you can elevate your store, yourself, and your product in conjunction with how to sell yourself, your product, and your store. So now, let's just go on in. All right. Como venderte a ti mismo. How to sell yourself. Now, you see here it says venderte a ti mismo. You have you emphasized twice. And so yourself, you would say separately from actually the verb. And so if you said como vender a ti mismo, that would be like how to sell yourself like physically. Whereas what we're trying to say is we're trying to sell yourself as the entity of you that is now helping this person. You're not selling yourself. You get it. Tu producto, your product. Tu tienda, your store. ¿Qué estás buscando? Now you'll see it mostly in Spanish whenever you see something like ¿qué estás? That means like what are you in the process of or physically right now. And so most of the times whenever you see que estás, the word that comes after it is not going to be conjugated just AR, ER, or IR ending. It's going to have an ando. And ando is the equivalent of the ing in English. And so like I am doing this. And so if you are doing something in the process of ing-ing something, ando is what's going to come out. Yo estoy buscando. I am looking. ¿Qué estás buscando? What are you looking for in the moment, like right now? ¿Qué estás buscando? What are you looking for? ¿Estás en una misión o solo estás navegando? And so this is what I love to say when people come in the store, whether they're friendly and they're right in my face immediately, or they walk around and they're just kind of being like, all right, what am I doing here? Like, are you on a mission or are you browsing today? Most people are just going to be like, I'm just browsing. Some people are like, I am on a mission. Thank you. This is what I need. ¿Estás en una misión o solo estás navegando? Again, same thing. Are you in a mission or are you right now navegando, looking in this moment? Presenta tu mejor voz. Present your best voice. And also in Spanish, we'll go over, as you can see, we'll go over everything in the second and third part once we get deeper and deeper. But for this first section, I just want you to be aware of the actual information that are being presented. When you have a V in Spanish, you pronounce that like a B. And so it's like yo boy. And so voy, if you said yo voy, I am going, it would sound like yo boy, B-O-Y. But the V gets a B emphasis in Spanish. And so, presenta tu mejor voz. You're saying a V, but you're really emphasizing almost a B coming through as opposed to a V. Okay? Yes. Ser una persona de confianza. And so, ser is to be, but estar and estás is temporary. Like it's not fixed. This is what it is here in the moment. Ser is fixed. This is who you are. It's not changing depending on what time of the day it is, depending on where you are. This is who you are. It's fixed. It's unchangeable. It's not varying. Ser una persona de confianza. Be a person of confidence. Be a trusted individual. You can't. You're either a trusted individual always or you're not. And so yeah. But if you're looking for something, you're looking right now. You're not searching forever for a dress. So. Or maybe. Posiciona tu producto en la vida de tus clientes. And now, in this, we're talking about someone doing something to this person, but we're not conjugating it with an S because it's a command. And so in Spanish, whenever you're speaking with commands, or not to be disrespectful, but whenever you're telling someone what to do, it's always conjugated from the third person form. And so posiciona, position your product here. I'm not telling you to position your product. I'm telling you this is what is happening now. Position your product there. Eleva tu producto. Elevate your product. Even though it's your product, the conjugation is a third person because it's what's being stated to be done as as an indirect command. Sí, entonces posicione. Oh, entonces, okay, so this is, so of course, sí, yes. Entonces. Entonces is what you would say in Spanish to move forward. It means so or then, but in a progressive sense. So, like how I just said, posiciona tu producto en la vida de tus clientes. Okay, entonces means okay, next, then, so, like what's coming now. Entonces, posiciona tu producto en la vida de tus clientes. Position your product en la vida, in the life of, en la vida de, in the life of tus clientes, your clients. Eleva tu producto. Elevate your product. ¿Cómo puedes elevar tu tienda? Now, as you see here, we have the conjugation with an S. Yeah, there's an S there. And so, ¿cómo puedes elevar tu tienda? Entonces, that means how can you, or how are you able to elevate your product? Same thing, we conjugate it here with the S. You, elevar, stays the same, it doesn't get conjugated, it has that AR ending. Tu tienda, your store. Or you can say, ¿cómo puedes elevar tu producto? ¿Cómo puedes elevar a ti mismo? But this conjugation stays the same with the S and no ending change here with the verb. And then continuing forward on the second subject. Yo tengo eso. Yo lo tengo. Now the difference is yo tengo eso is I have that. Yo lo tengo is I have it. And so eso or esa is in reference to something. Yo lo tengo or yo la tengo. Would you say la tengo? Yeah, you would, I guess. I've never said that before. One thing that I've learned about Spanish is that when you're speaking with someone in Spanish, if you're confident in your voice, if you use the passion that you invoke, whether it's the correct translations, whether it's the correct articles, it's the same thing as when you're speaking in English and you hear someone whose language is not first English and they're struggling with the correct articles and things like that. You completely understand what you're saying and you just want to move on. You're not the type of person who's going to be like, you're actually supposed to say it this way. You get what they're saying. The goal here is to make a sale or help them with their product or help them with the service and get them going along with their life so you can assist the next person. The last thing that you want to do in terms of learning how to speak Spanish and getting out there and speaking Spanish is to try and say, oh, you know what? Am I saying this right? Am I saying this right? No. Go out there, say it, do it. And then people will tell you, oh, you mean this? Or, oh, you actually want to say it this way. Or, oh, you know what? You're actually really good. And even if they say you're really good, but you're not speaking correctly, that's going to continue with the confidence to stay on track and just keep doing it. That's why in the intro and every video I say, you want to pause it, you want to go through it, however you need to pick it apart so that you can learn it, it's fine. But the thing is, you want to keep going back to pick it apart. So even to the point where you come and you look at all of this and you're just like, I know exactly what that means, be aware of it. So that in the moment, you just have that confidence where you're just like, even if it's wrong, even if it's right, you can speak continuously, and the general message is well known. Because a lot of these words here on this board, even if you've never learned Spanish before, you know what these words mean. You're just filling in the blanks with the rest of the stuff. Even if you don't know what puedes means, you know what producto means. It's the same, almost the same thing as in English. You know what confianza means. You know what I mean? Misión. But these are just what you already know being plugged into what you don't know. That's why you want to go through it multiple times. I don't know if I'm explaining this as it needs to be. It's not as difficult as it is. The hardest part is getting over your own mindset to say, oh, am I saying this right? Am I doing this wrong? Don't judge yourself. Other people will do that for you. No tenemos eso. We do not have that. No tenemos eso. Puedo conseguir eso para ti, o para ella, o para usted. I am able to get that for you. To get that for you, or for her, or for him, or them. Ustedes, plural. Ellas. See you guys in the next video.